Hello everyone and welcome to our last week of HHN updates.
Yes, spectators, the countdown is finally in the single digits, and past team member previews are happening tomorrow. So this will be our final HHN update.
So this is going to be a really long one because we're going to go over everything. All the construction updates, all the menu updates, all the menu items. And we're 5 days away from our first day.
5 more days, everyone. More days.
Hi!
Rose has a new little friend.
He needs a name though.
Doesn't have a name yet. So go to their channel. You're going to be voting on what the character's name is going to be.
And we're letting the team members pick what you guys vote on.
So let's head out here. It's starting to rain a little bit. Today is the last day for City Stational and the parade. We're going to do that on our TikTok live today. So if you joined, thank you guys. All right, update here at the entrance truss. I'm seeing some ropes and stuff for where Jack and Oddfellow are going to be standing. A little bit of update. We did see that someone posted from last night. We're actually going to have 2 different colors in the sign. So we're gonna have red and purple. We have some banners on the Universal store. On the truck, we do have a decal that says Oddfellow Trading It and Import.
There's some legs in here.
We got some legs and it's covered, so we have a body of some sort. All right, let's head into the Universal Studio store because we have a ton of theming that has been done in here. All right, so I'm just gonna do a very quick overlay of this real fast because there's a lot. Alright, just like our last video, there isn't a lot of updates in this zone. This zone is pretty much complete. I think the only thing we have left is they're going to have a wheel out or a rollout display like here in the middle.
There's a giant cockroach right there.
I think it's a beetle.
A giant bug.
Here we have the Artist Series shirts, including the die-cast magnet, and they have the posters. Oh, we have a bunch of the art on, look, here's Gen 1, Gen 2, Ozzy. These are okay, but they kind of fall off their case a little bit. But they do have MagSafe phone cases, which is nice. They have Ozzy, Lil Boo, Killer Clowns. We know someone who really needs this. If it was his birthday, I'd get it for him. All right, we also did find the Deathly Afraid necklaces. So these are medallions you can wear in the scare zones, and the characters are supposed to not target you. However, as they say right here, it is not guaranteed that you might not get scared. and they only work when the light is on, and they do not work in the houses. We have some theming on Schwab's Pharmacy and drugs. I'm saying like the Oddfellow Funhouse. There's a little bit of everything. The BuzzCon sign. Yes, kind of like all the assets. They have these like lanterns hanging down. They don't quite match the aesthetic. They look very clean and new, and everything else looks very worn. We have the Stranger Things Return to Hawkins Lagoon Show sign up finally. We also do have a little sign here. We'll probably have the posted times, but right now it is covered. All right, we made our way to our first food menu. This is going to be at Club Juke. We have tonight's big hits. Annie's Juke Joint Catfish and Grits. It is crispy catfish with low country grits, crunchy garlic, and a side of Tabasco. I definitely getting this day one. This is going to be my savory bite to fuel me for our first night. And then we have Chow's Southern Barbecue Egg Rolls. It is pulled pork and cabbage and a crispy egg roll. On the sweeter side, we have pecan and whiskey bread pudding, and it is warm with pecan and a whiskey caramel sauce. The specialty drink here is the Slide Guitar Smash. It is a corn whiskey, lemon juice, ginger syrup, simple syrup, and mint essence. So this is going to have a little bit of a bite to it. We have some draft beer here. There's a few locations where you get this, but we have the All Ale, the Pumpkin Lord from Central 28 Beer Co. And we have a Sullivan's Maltings Red Ale. And on the side, we do have that menu as well. Again, just repeated, but there are some more drink options they're showing here. So we have these 3 specialty drinks that you can get in most locations this year. The Maniac Mick, which has Jack the Clown on it, and they kind of these themed tickets, but it's also with the art that will be on the can. I believe this one was a strawberry something vodka soda, and then the Oddfellow was a blueberry lemonade vodka soda. And then we have the canned Carnival Sour Ale. I'm interested in the Sour Ale for sure. Make our way into Fort Nightmares. There has been a lot of updates this week here. Slowly they have been adding corn, which if you know, you know. This one really big set piece. It looks like we're going to have a scare actor here next to these pumpkins, because there is a AAT, or an actor activated trigger. If we look up, we have a Fortnite character with the pumpkin launcher. Turning to the side, we have, I think this character's name is Peely Bone, or Bone Peely. And he looks like he's on board that's going to go back and forth, maybe? Here, look. He might move. I almost walked right past it because of the corn. It kind of blocked me. But we do have the chainsaw is back. So we have these props. There's a chainsaw, there's a broom, and I think there was also a pumpkin launcher. And they've been coming and going. I don't know if the heat's messing with them or the lighting effect, but they keep pulling them, but they are here. So it looks like the team members will have the chainsaw going in tomorrow's preview night. Here's a better shot of that character as well. It looks like it's like a cat. We do have the broom. So the broom is another item from Fort Nightmares event. When you pick it up, you can actually fly around for a limited amount of time, I believe. And the reason why it keeps getting pulled is the stick kept like melting. I'm not sure if it was the heat or someone was messing with it. So hopefully it's here for good. Here we go, here's the pumpkin launcher. So yeah, all 3 of the item pickup props are out today. However, as you can tell, it is raining, so let's hope they survive. Last week we showed you guys that they did cover the stage here, but as you can see, they have added Fort Nightmares to the sign as well. We have like a little ladder in the back for the scare actor to get out there, so I guess they're gonna have like a little mini show up here. However, the biggest update is we have a battle bus. Finally have a battle bus. And then we were actually doing our Unmasking the Horror tour this morning, and Kat noticed
There's swirls of paint.
there's like swirls of heart and paint and stuff. So this is actually the bus that was in the vamp scare zone from a few years ago. The ones with like the vampire hippies. And they just reused it and they painted it all black to make it fit. Okay, now looking on this side, there is a big generator or something down here, maybe a syncing of music, and lots of cords going in this door. So I am actually, yeah, there's going to be something going on in here. You can actually see there's a big light right there. I don't know if you can see that through the glare. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have some people in here and some effects going on. Here at Parkside Fair, which is across from Animal Actors, which is one of the newer booths. This is the normal booth, it looks like, but they do have a booth here for HHN on this side. And you can actually get the elotes from last year. Fire grilled corn on the husk with a choice of koja cheese and tahini or flaming hot Cheetos. Then they also have a fried dough, choice of garlic parmesan or powdered sugar. They don't have a picture of that one, however. And then we have the Phantom Punch beverage. So you'll see this everywhere. This is like the drink of the year. So you can get this at the majority of locations. And it says New Amsterdam vodka, 360 vodka, Sorrento, lemon, decryptor, triple sec, lime, orange, and cranberry juices, dragon fruit syrup, and simple syrup. And it does look like we are getting our 20-ounce refill cups again for HHN. During Mardi Gras, they actually did not get us the bigger cups. We had the same 12 ounces, so no matter what. And here's our first look of actually the Halloween Horror Nights cup that we're going to get this year. All right, heading into the Animal Actors food booths. They have the same setup as last year, so the right side, which is the yellow, and then the blue side, you'll get drinks on one side and food on the other. Our beverages are Eddie's Revenge. It is an Old Forester bourbon, blue curacao, blackberry syrup, and lemonade. That one sounds very interesting to me. The Howling Storm, which is a Bacardi rum, Myers dark rum, fruit syrup, and lemonade. And then again, we have that Phantom Punch. And then you can also do the premium cocktails, which is kind of like a mix your own, pick your alcohol, and you can use these on your refill cups. Then here we have the All Hail the Bumpkin Lord again. However, there's another one that we're interested in, is the Clown Town Cider. I'm not quite sure what this is. There's no description on it yet, so it's definitely something we're gonna try. These look new here. We have the Freak Show wines. There's one just called the Freak Show Petite and the Freak Show Chardonnay. Normally they have the Spellbound, and I'm not seeing that anywhere this year. All right, coming over to the other side where the food is, this is where you're gonna get your walking tacos. We have the Fritos walking taco, which will have your beef, tostado cheese, lettuce, sour cream. This is what I want. This is your classic walking taco. I like the walking tacos we had last year. However, the ground beef came with Tostitos instead of Fritos, and they would not substitute. And then this year we do have the Fritos vegan walking taco again. So last year this is what they had. They had the vegan chili on the Fritos, but they wouldn't put the ground beef on it. And we're getting that again. And then you can also get some sodas here. All right, we are at the Hellraiser booth, and we have Pinhead skin and meatballs. You can see that there's a pepper. That means that it's going to be spicy. We have torn pasta, spicy pork, and beef chunks with marinara. And look at it, it has like little, they're not edible, but like there's like little balls on the toothpicks.
Like his pins.
Yeah, like pins. Then we have the skin and chips nachos, which is crispy pork rinds served with Tostitos cheese sauce and Jack Link's pepper jerky.
I don't think I would like that.
I'll try that. I'm not too interested in it. Then we have the Pleasure in Pain Brain. And this is a brain custard with ripped teeth and skin vanilla cake pieces and strawberry sauce. This looks very similar to the avocado thing from Epic Universe Steakhouse, I believe.
Yeah.
This is the avocado.
That's Greek yogurt panna cotta brain with raspberry sauce. This is strawberry sauce, and it says brain custard.
And then for the beverage, we have the Cenobites Kiss, and you can see we have a pepper. That means it's gonna be spicy, and it is Cuervo Blanco tequila, lemon juice, lime juice, huckleberry syrup, and liquid heat bitters. I wonder if we can ask them to not put the liquid heat bitters and make this drink a lot better.
It might be pre-mixed. It might be pre-mixed, yeah.
All right, walking up to the Simpsons ride, we have come across our first house portal, and this is for Invasion Alien Abduction. I've heard some people complaining about the signs, however. because the pictures for the houses are actually really small. The warnings are way bigger than anything else. We will have our chainsaw horde that we normally have in this area. However, from what it sounds like, we actually might have the chainsaw horde roaming more than just Simpsons this year. So maybe they'll have like a show moment here, but also we'll be around the park even more. All right, let's go to the back houses. You can see the alien house here. And I'm gonna be completely honest, today we actually did our Unmasking the Horror tour, like I mentioned. So we actually have a picture that I'll enter right here of what the facade looks like up front. As well as HR Blood and Guts we got to see. And here is the picture for that entrance. And we did get a picture of the banner slash facade for Hellraiser since it was part of our house. However, I did not get centers because it is technically backstage and they said that no pictures were allowed. All right, we've come across our first Fanta booth. So there's usually 3 of these and they all have one specialty drink. This is Fanta Yellow. So we have the Pineapple Tilt-A-Whirl. It is Bacardi Rum, Cupcake Syrup, Coconut Milk, and Fanta Pineapple. And then we have the Fanta Punch like always, and the premium cocktails, and the other vodka sodas. Here is our portal for HR Blood and Guts presents a Halloween Fright-tacular. Kat is so excited for this one, and it's going to have a little bit of everything. You're gonna have good scares, you're gonna have campiness, you're gonna have jokes. It's gonna be a fun time. It does look like the Men in Black store does have some Halloween Horror Nights stuff in it now. So we have the Sitters one on the right. And we have Hellraiser on the left. What do you guys think about these small signs? I feel like they're a little small. And like I said, unless the TVs also have some type of art for the house and then the wait time. Otherwise, this is where you're going to go backstage to get to these 2 houses. All right, and then we have a major update over here. We have the same style sign, Nightmare Fuel, Blood Noir, all the warnings, and we have the queue set up. And then we have this draft beer cart, which is kind of funny because this used to actually say Edgar Schmidt's draft wagon. And I guess it confused people and they couldn't correlate that Edgar is Eddie. So they had to change it to Eddie Schmidt. But here is where you'll get a bunch of different beers on tap. So you have the Clown Town Cider, All Ale the Pumpkin Lord, the Zombie Killer, which I'm interested in. I have no idea what it is, but there is an apple, so it could be a cider. We have the Lumi from Florida Avenue. It's an IPA. I've seen this at local breweries nearby. The Burgermeister, which I'm guessing is a Oktoberfest. What? I can't read that. I'm guessing it's like a Hefeweizen maybe. And then we have the Awake Coffee Blonde. So like a coffee draft beer. However, if we turn directly around, we have our large Nightmare Fuel Blood Noir sign. It is nightly during Halloween Horror Night. We have another double bar over here. This one is your generic bar. So we have All Ale the Pumpkin Lord and the Clown Town Cider as drafts. And then we just have the Phantom Punch and the premium cocktails. So this is just like if you're wanting a drink that is available at most locations and this is a short line, come over here. If you want a drink to take into Nightmare Fuel. On the left side, we have another sign for Blood Noir, and this TV is actually on. There's nothing on it, but the TV is on. All right, we're about halfway through our walkthroughs for today.
Yes, and if you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already.
Yes, and leave a comment if you want to see something that we forgot to cover or something we missed.
Or something that you're specifically excited for. A house, a snack, a drink.
Yeah.
Scare zone?
I want everything. Let's continue our tour. At the Squawk, we don't have much different. Oh, actually the neons are kind of on tonight. It's a little bright out, so you can't see it. But we do have the food menus. We have the L's Battery Jerky. We have a creamy mac and cheese with garlic bread and battery jerky pieces. I'm not sure what that means, but I think it could just be like peppery beef jerky.
I think it's just a nod to Stranger Things when he gave her the jerky.
Yeah, for energy.
To charge her battery.
We have the Steve's Smuggled Peanut Butter Bites. And as you can see, there is a peanut on this one. This is a smuggled chocolate covered peanut butter snack. These are supposed to be like peanut butter boppers.
Yeah.
And then we have the upside down chicken and waffles. It is cheese and potato waffle with crispy chicken bites, sriracha aioli, and chopped chives. Sounds pretty good, but I am a little chicken and waffled out. It seems like you can pretty much get chicken and waffles everywhere now. However, I did want to point out this Hopper's Recharger. This is going to be a very popular drink because this has vodka, mandarin, orange, yuzu juice, Powerade lemon lime, and a Monster Energy Zero Ultra. So this is going to have your alcohol, it's going to have your Powerade to hydrate you, and it's going to have Monster to give you energy. It is going to do everything. Let's head over to Meats, and we have the Bloody Barbecue Specials. We have the Bloody Bones, which is smoked and charred barbecue ribs with crispy jalapeno bits. That looks pretty good. A little saucy for my taste though. We have a torn to shreds pork sandwich. When this was announced, we weren't sure if this was going to be at Hellraiser or here. It could have been either one. And it is a barbecue smoked and shredded pork shoulder, jalapeno slaw on a pretzel roll. So these are very similar to each other. One's just on a bun, one's not. I feel like the one on the pretzel roll might be a little less messy because you have the bun to protect you. Then we have the Meats Bloody Limeade. This sounds interesting. We have a gin, Misguided Spirits gin, lime juice, and simple syrup. I was reading that and they saw the Misguided Spirits gin. I was thinking this might have been a mocktail, but no, they have real gin with zero proof gin. Interesting. Alright, so I'm actually going to take a turn here and go into the Aussie bar. I want to see if we have a menu out for it yet. However, we do have Halloween Horror Nights merch at this little booth here where they normally have the pictures and caricatures and all that kind of stuff. We have an Ozzy Osbourne Prince of Darkness sign, and I don't know, I guess this is just a single truss with a wrap on it. We have another one. This kind of looks like they have this like situated with two speakers. Like there could be something here.
Playing Ozzy's music?
Playing Aussie music. Maybe there'll be some meet and greets. Okay, so it doesn't look like we have a menu here at the Aussie bar. We do have the machines that will have your pre-mixed drinks. So you'll probably have your Phantom Punch. So yeah, these look like new machines here. This one is not new, and it has a little tag that says, "We fixed it." And you can actually see they have the special events ice coolers back here. So they will be able to wheel lots of drinks to this bar. Maybe we'll just have, maybe this might just be another standard bar. A bit of a sad update when it comes to Club Horror. They actually removed the pumpkins from the truss. We do have the aesthetic of the Pumpkin Lord here, but we will have our Pumpkin Lord fix in the HR Blood and Guts house. And the Club Horror bar does have its own specialty drink, which I am interested in this because I am a caramel apple connoisseur. And we have...
This is probably one of the top ones I'm interested in.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not too sweet, but we have caramel apple splash punch. It has a Bacardi Superior Rum, Granny Smith apple syrup, caramel syrup, and lemonade. Everything else is the same. You have your Phantom Punch, your premium cocktails, and your canned drinks. We kind of lost our party a little bit, so we're actually going to head into the Cary Candy Store. This is the San Francisco candy store, and they just have overlaid it to Cary, which is Cary, Ohio, which is where all the lore happens for HHN. Our first little thing is we have all items on loan from the Cary Historical Society. And when we walk in, we have an old newspaper thing. From the Cary Today, we have the Cary Redevelopment Official. And some theming on the side here. Cary Today. We have a Meats Frozen Treats, as well as some old posters on the floor. Turning around fully, we have the Welcome to Cary sign. A nice place to live. And then we have this family, which looks a little messed up. Ooh, Cat found something. We have Sinner's Club Juke Dark Chocolate Spiced Maple Bourbon Truffles.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Yeah, so like Linder chocolates, I'm guessing.
Maybe. They
Yeah.
kind of look like it.
Yeah. And then we have the Killer Clowns Pizza Time. This is where you get all your treats. And then you can get your macarons here, all the cakes, cookies, all the fun stuff. Maybe we'll get something today we can try. We have a lot of the merch again. However, I'm just trying to focus on the theming of everything. We have HR Blood and Guts Holidays of Horror, which is the prequel to this year's HR Blood and Guts. This one's upside down. We have Blood and Chum, which is one of the B movies from the movie theater from years past. We have Heavy Metal Hell 3D, which is also another one of those houses. Cult of the Beast Baby. And here's your Carrie Drive-In. As well as some Spirit Seekers Spectre Guide maps. These are all referencing old houses. Carrie Forever. The Carrie redevelopment with a lot of posters, and you can kind of see we have a Pumpkin Lord. Pumpkin Guts, we have Meats up there. There's just a lot of stuff here. A Barber Chop. WKND, Carrie Channel 21. That is for HR Blood and Guts. There's his Holiday of Horror right here, as well as the Spawning. There's some Carrie Ohio Candy Co. theming, and Havoc. We have Orphanage, Ashes to Ashes, Good Harvest, The Spawning. Like I said, this is all referencing past houses that are all based in the Carrie, Ohio story, which is the majority of the original houses from past years. What else did you find?
Two things.
She found a little scrunchie. It looks like a Demigorgon.
It's also a bag clip.
Oh, cool.
So you can take this off, and it can be a scrunchie. So it like unclips right there.
We have all your merch, and then I want to point up. Here is Spirit Seekers, which we saw the thing over there for that. This is the one I like right here. We have HR Blood and Guts presents Holidays of Horror, which is the last house of HR Blood and Guts, like I mentioned. We have another Carrie, A Nice Place to Live, with meats right here. Oh, this is new. I haven't seen this. This is a Christmas Art the Clown seasonal gummy mix. So we have eyeballs, little daisies, and I guess those are balloons? It's kind of hard to tell. These are $12 for 7 ounces. It feels pretty heavy. Probably about the same weight as the pizza gummies. And the scariest thing of all, Coca-Cola. All right, we got the Killer Clowns
Cotton candy cocoon, which is like a Rice Krispie treat.
Yes, keep in mind the bone here. This is not edible. It's like a piece of plastic.
So I guess it was used for like a chicken bone or something, and they
Maybe.
made a cotton candy.
She called it a turkey leg.
A turkey leg. Yeah, yeah.
All right, I'll let him bite.
Is it hard to bite?
No, put him right here.
Okay.
It's good. It's a Rice Krispie treat. The icing is like a vanilla, but also a little bit of cotton candy.
Yeah.
It is not overpowering. It is
No.
actually really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
It is a little hard. So if you have sensitive teeth or you can't bite down on something very hard, beware. But
Just be mindful, but that's good.
I think this is just chocolate. This little yellow piece. Oh, it's icing.
Oh,
It's like it's just like a little ribbon of icing.
yeah. It's good.
I'm gonna eat the little face now. I think it's just chocolate.
You're a monster.
Yeah, it's just chocolate.
It's chocolate.
Piece of white chocolate.
It was good though. So what would you give it out of 5?
Out of 5, 3.5.
2.5?
3.5.
Oh, 3.5?
Like, it's not perfect. It's good though.
3.5 is good. I think, yeah. It's a simple treat that anybody would like.
Yeah. Over here at the former Fast and the Furious Supercharged, it is officially closed. We have the portal for Cybergoria. So you can actually see it when you look through. And this actually has the big art, the big poster art, unlike some of the other ones.
Huh.
So maybe this is covered because they're actually going to replace this one to match the others. Here we have the Fanta Orange cart. Like I said, there's 3 of these. And this one we have the Orange Bumper Car Blast.
It's New Amsterdam vodka, vanilla cream syrup, coconut milk, and Fanta Orange. It sounds like a dreamsicle.
Yeah, so it's very similar to the one that we saw over there with the coconut milk and everything, but this one has orange instead of pineapple, and this one has a vanilla cream. And then again, you have your Fanta Punch, your premium cocktails, and all of your canned drinks. And this one is right at downtown Clowntown. Speaking of which, we're going to start heading in now. We have a new clown added to the top here. Dr. Oddfellow's Grand Carnival presents Chaos and Control, a tale of 2 icons. So if this is Jack and this is Oddfellow, who is the puppet master? We have so many little details that have been added to this. So we have this sign with just a lot of like dates and names and stuff, as well as some clowns here. We have some standing water here as well. We have this clown here without a head, and it says RIP 2026. His head's come off. It's down here. He has a little paint on it. He's also missing his little hands. It looks like someone was testing their clown makeup by placing it on a doll. This kind of looks like Slappy.
It does.
We have this, let's call him a marionette, kind of in the middle. And you can see he's kind of connected to a little rocker here. And he is tilted to the side since the last time we saw him, so they are testing him back and forth. And we are still missing some light bulbs around the 35, as well as some other locations in the sign. Checking out the Dr. Oddfellow's Grand Carnival wagon. They've added some ropes and some horse ropes. They're not saddles, but they're like harnesses or something. We have this emissions ticket, and look, we do actually have some drink mixes back here, so they'll have like little drinks. I feel like there's like a fan back there as well to keep this cool. So here we have the funny fare with the Twisted Philly. It is a Philly steak stromboli topped with spicy Italian sausage, peppers, onions, and cheese sauce. Not really a Philly, but let's just call it a cheesesteak. Then we have the fried peanut butter and jelly bites. Battered strawberry, peanut butter and jelly, powdered sugar, and strawberry jam. So the jam is on the side. And then for drinks, you just have your Phantom Punch, which is most likely what we saw is going to be in those containers there for the admission tickets. They'll just have drinks. You'll have your canned carnival style, and you can actually get your PB&J mixtape here. One of another drinks that they have here, which is non-alcoholic, is they have the Lucky Ticket Lemonade. Minute Maid lemonade with raspberry jam.
That sounds good.
$10 for a lemonade is a little pricey, but
Birthday park, it's
not terrible.
Remember our last video when we were talking about Madame Bazile or Madame Basil? I think she's gonna be
in the tribute store.
So whoever commented on our video about being in the tribute store, you were right.
I think you were right, yeah. You can see there's like some weird glyphs in his mouth. If you go to the tribute store, you can see there is some words. You can actually decipher these words. However, I think we need to get into the tribute store and get some more clues to fill out the rest of this, and then we'll probably get a secret message. They're starting to add just little posters everywhere. So you can see there's posters all over this wall. They did push the Finnegan's construction walls really far back. They've even added posters on some of the windows just to keep it consistent, because when a carnival like this would come into town, they would just free advertising, like it's like guerrilla marketing. They would just throw posters on everything. Ooh, the Midway of Bazaar. I haven't seen any of this. We have a new clown with a big hole in his mouth. I'm not sure if something's gonna happen when you press these buttons. This one is missing a head. And these three here are covered, which means they are bloody. It says slot 'em, play to win. The Chance's Screamery ice cream truck has been added details. We have a figure on the top, looking kind of creepy. We have a clown outfit inside, as well as some balloons and a pinwheel. It looks like the back is opened as well. Oh, there's something in there. Speaking of bloody, yes, you can actually see the blood down here. In the back of this tent, you can see what we're suspecting. Actually, we kind of know because it has flipped open, but the blender from past years is in here. So we will be getting a victim inside of a blender for this show. The front hasn't been blown open today, but you can see the blender in the top left. We have Jack's chair here, and it is all painted up. Turning directly around, we have the tribute store. So here's what we're talking about. It says, here's a secret, and it matches that art, so we know those letters for those symbols, but they don't spell out anything quite yet. And we have the tribute store, and we have Tribby up here. Enter here. We have the curator in the middle. Witness the great collection of oddities and curiosities. See Odric, the monster tamer, come face to face with the coffin-toothed creature. And then you can also meet the mystic fortune teller, Madame Bazile. Will you escape the Dominus Daboli? I think that's how you say that. And there are marquee lights around. They're on, you just can't see them very well because it's so bright. And then we have this little scare stage. You can see there is a scare trigger, so there's going to be people here. There's some old masks, and we have a dead body covered up right here. Walking up to the tribute store, we have the ticket booth, and we have all this little theming here. This little popcorn thing, it's covered up. However, this is what I'm interested in right here. I visited the Sideshow Obscura. All I got was this button, and this is Tribby dressed like a clown. One of the biggest sets we have added to this zone is we have this gigantic machine or contraption for killer clowns from outer space. This is actually, you don't see this a lot in the movie, but it is like a big vacuum. They've added some ribbons to the pole here, as well as the one over here. I don't remember those. And then they have a bunch of like balloon strings and stuff on top of this one. And then our last update video, they did have these cotton candy cocoons. However, from what I've heard, they have added, yep, right here, we have one of the faces. They've uncovered it. Oh, we have guest activated triggers on this thing here. So I was actually thinking that this whole thing might spin as one piece. However, if there's guest activated triggers on here, that's not going to happen. This is a nice little nod. We have a cup with a silly straw. So in the movie, they do take like a silly straw and stick it into the cocoon and drink the essence of the humans. Oh, we have another face here.
I think there's only two faces.
All right, they have moved this barrel here and put it on its side. They're actually covering up this bubble machine. I'm thinking it's a bubble machine that also has fog, so it's gonna have these foggy bubbles. I don't think I've seen this, but we have a little thing that says good news. All right, at these two front food booths, these are your let's call them returning favorites. We have the Death by Cheese Stick. It is a giant breaded mozzarella stick with spicy marinara. We had this last year. It was very popular. The reason why I say favorite is this is kind of a return. We have the Jack and Odd Dog. However, it is a Nathan's all beef footlong hot dog with peppers, onions, Tostitos cheese, topped with flaming hot Cheetos. We did have a hot dog like this last year, and the last time that Oddfellow was here, we had a hot dog that was like this, but disgusting. It was really, really bad. We have fried pickles with a sriracha aioli. We have, unfortunately, the Twisted Tater Chips. These are the ranch and vinegar seasoned ones. We are not getting our classic Twisted Taters. We're getting the chips again. I think it's just easier for them to prep these than the normal Twisted Taters. However, one thing that's unique about this one is we have a unique drink. We have Donna's Pickle Beer for $12. At Oddfellow's Menagerie, we have the Deathbringer Tempura Shrimp, which is a crispy shrimp tempura roll with sriracha mayo and eel sauce for $12.99. This sounds amazing. From what I've seen of this, it's really good too. And this is a circus. Everything's a circus or a carnival. We need something on a stick. And there's a lack of corn dogs. So, yeah. And then I know Kat is very interested in this burnt sando. This is a crispy brioche stuffed with pastry cream with a burnt sugar crust. So think a creme brulee sandwich. Coming to the left here, we have the Carnival Smash Tacos. It is a smashed cheeseburger taco, American cheese, shredded lettuce, pickles, secret sauce, and toasted sesame seeds. So it is a hamburger taco. And it kind of looks like a Big Mac. If you like Big Macs, you'll probably like this. For the beverage, we do have a unique beverage here. It is called the Circus Peanut Forever. If you have a nut allergy, here is your symbol. This is a Quavo tequila, lime juice, agave syrup, and Fee Brothers Black Walnut Bitters. This is why it is nut-based. It is a walnut bitters. For our Santa Art the Clown section, we're getting names on some of these presents. Santa is this way. We have Art's throne. There is a scare trigger underneath his chair. Some people looked at this a little more because it blew off a little bit. It looks like it's going to be a lawnmower, snow blower kind of thing that might blow snow at us because it is connected to a big box back there. We do have the creepy nutcracker that was in the holiday tribute store. A hanging body of sorts because you can see a shoe. And then we have lots of trees. They are covered, so if you've seen Terrifier 3, you know exactly what's gonna happen here. One of my theories was these are kind of blacked out windows, you can see here. I was wondering if there was gonna be strobe lights in here and projection or scare actor that are gonna do something in here to make a cool effect. However, I was wrong. They just straight up opened up the side and we have a curtain covering. What is gonna happen in here? A little more than what I was thinking. So I do see that we have a portal sign. So Ozzy Osbourne and Madlands will be over here. Think where Terrifier, we're not using Terrifier, but I think both of those houses are going to be using Grave of Flesh. So there won't be a queue in Grave of Flesh. I think we're actually going to have a queue going through the Terrifier house. And over here we have a TV screen that's most likely going to have wait times. And you can kind of see that we do have queues set up already. And then here is our last Fanta bar. This is the red one. And they have the Strawberry Scrambler. It is St. Augustine Gin, lemon juice, lavender syrup, Seagram's Club Soda, and Fanta Strawberry.
That sounds interesting because I do like lavender.
All right, here is the other side of that booth, and you can see all the queues going all the way around for team member previews tomorrow. And we have our portal here. For this will be Jack and Oddfellow, Chaos and Control. And yeah, they do have the big one. For this one, it's not the small. Very weird how they're being very inconsistent. All right, I'm not seeing anything new for these little statues for all the IPs. I think they're pretty much done. They do have some live effects for each of them as well, which is kind of cool. Oh, it looks like we are missing. There was a rubber chicken up here from the squawk, and it has been removed. I don't know if it fell out or whatever, but it hasn't been put back. Over on the other portal, which before they were called Side A and Side B, I don't know if they're going to do that again this year. We have the Stranger Things 5 sign, Evil Dead Burn, that you'll be going under here, which means you'll be going underneath the new roller coaster, which is very cool. We're going to get some cool shots. However, we actually have a TV on here, and it does have the Universal Orlando Halloween Horror Nights 35 theming. So like I was saying, they may put art for the house on here with the wait time.
Yeah.
Which is kind of why they're doing the smaller art instead of the big art, but
We'll see how it goes.
we'll see how it goes next week. That does it for our final HHN update.
Yeah, that was quite a bit. Lots of menus.
I feel like we
lots
just
of set
started going
pieces.
over HHN updates and it just like flew by, and
Now we're here. Just
next
a few
week.
more days.
Yeah.
I know, it's crazy. But I'm beyond excited, especially after our Behind the Screams tour. I am like pumped.
Yes.
I'm ready.
And we do have a 6 house tour later in the season that we're going to do as well.
Yes.
After we've gone through the houses. So I kind of get both experiences. Which one do we prefer more? Do we like to go through the houses and then do this Behind the Screams? Or is it better to do the Unmasking the Horror tour and then go through the houses?
Yeah. Like, what do you want to? How do you want to see the houses first?
Yes.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think our next video will be our video for opening weekend. We are staying on property with some friends, and we're gonna just be here all weekend.
Oh yeah. I am so ready to just like soak in all of the fog and HHN vibes. I'm
I have
ready.
taken a week off just to recover.
Lucky.
And if you enjoyed this video, please like
And subscribe.
and ring that notification bell to be reminded whenever we upload our next video.
And remember, every day's a spectacle.
Thank you for being part of ours.
We'll see you in the fog, everyone.
See you in the fog.